council meeting. Get right into it. The open session. We have the approval of the agenda for tonight. We have one add-on. It'll be, we'll put it in under the committee of the whole, number 10, Director of Operations report on propane. Hearing no more. Any disclosures of interest? We have no delegations. So we'll go minutes of the previous meeting, resolution 261-21. Moved by Councillor Sales, seconded by Councillor Morrow, that the minutes of the council and committee of the whole meeting held September 28th, 2021 be accepted as circulated. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Carried. Business arising from the min. 261. 262 now.
100%, yep.
Resolution 262-21, moved by Councillor Stefuric, seconded by Councillor McGrath. The council accept the quotation from Valentino Trucking in the amount of $11.50 per ton plus applicable taxes for the supply and delivery of 800 tons of winter sand and the rental of the stacker. Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Resolution 263-21, moved by Councillor Morrow, second by Councillor Sales, that council approve the expenditure request and approval to proceed from the Ontario Clean Water Agency for the Schreiber water treatment plant, hydrant flushing, valve exercising in the amount of $10,000, including applicable taxes. Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Resolution 264-21. Moved by Councillor McGrath, seconded by Councillor Stefuric. The Council of the Township of Schreiber support the resolution of the municipality of Trent Lakes with respect to OHIP ICAR. Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Accounts for payment. Resolution 265-21, Moved by Councillor Sales, seconded by Councillor Morrow, that the bank debits paid out of the general bank account in the month of August 2021 in the amount of $40,691.63 be approved and ratified. Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Resolution 266-21, moved by Councillor Stefuric, seconded by Councillor McGrath, that checks issued on the general bank account in the month of September 2021 in the amount of $307,050.38 for general accounts payable be approved and ratified. Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Resolution 267-21, moved by Councillor Morrow, seconded by Councillor Sales, that the bank debits issued on the general bank account in the month of September 2021 in the amount of $53,443.60 for payroll be approved and ratified. Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. So that brings us no unfinished business, no other business, and brings us to the committee of the whole part of the meeting with department reports and committee board minutes. Number 1 is the treasury report, council expense and remuneration report, January to September 2021. Hearing nothing on it. Number 2, Community Economic Development Managers Report, project status updates.
There are a few updates here from Dominic. The Schreiber North Shore Art Tour Murals project, that was generally really well received, and he's just finishing up with some QR codes that will kind of act as a online sort of gallery, so where people can scan a QR code and then see where all the other art displays are, and that way they can walk around the town. The Discovery Center, we're just finalizing some deficiencies in the interpretive planning work, so our installer is planning to head here on Thursday this week in order to finalize that. The Discovery Center operations and storage car, we have Nesbitt Contracting resuming work after he completed work on the gym project. Now he's back on the storage car, and we're aiming to get this done before it gets any colder. The investment attraction consultant, we're just at this point going to be soon waiting for the draft investment attraction report to be submitted. A6 Trail Construction, we've got notification from Precambrian that they're going to be on site continuing the remaining work to the picnic table lookout at an intermediate difficulty sometime this week. So he should be here this week as well.
He's going to be here this week?
Yes,
And,
what we've heard.
So he's looking for some volunteer work, some
Yes.
volunteer help as well. Okay, have we heard from Matt on that at all?
I think Dominic has been in touch with Matt on that.
Okay.
Haven't heard too much on the side of that volunteering, but I think Matt's going to be coordinating that on his side.
Okay.
The downtown revitalization project, we've got shovels in the ground now. Have mobilized a bit. Our playground equipment was just shipped today, so things are on the move. The Schreiber Fitness Center revitalization, again, this project again was quite well received. We're just waiting on 2 pieces of equipment, which are currently on back order, so that should come soon. And also our windows were in back order, so but with the colder weather, we have time for that until, you know, people are going to be cracking it open anyway. Any questions?
A lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
So how much work does RML think they can conceivably get done before? I guess it just depends on when the snow comes, or?
It really does. I mean, at this point, I mean, I think it would be quite a challenge trying to get any of the concrete in at this point.
So what do they plan, like, are they just gonna not do anything now? Like, do they plan on still doing stuff for this month? Like,
Yeah, I think they're starting to do all their digging work, so they may do some digging and grading. In terms of what exactly, how ambitious they're going to be this month, I mean, I was really doubtful whether it would be here even, right? Because they're essentially kind of mobilizing twice and have to bring back all the equipment next spring. The hydro is another big concern. We're trying to coordinate that, and it's a challenge to get hydro and Bell all coordinated together in order to fix the holes over there. So we're actively working on that as well. So
okay.
See, they brought 3-inch water line with them, so they're gonna be putting the water line into
That's good. For the
the
pads.
splash pad. I know there was talk, I don't know the status of it, I know there was talk about putting a conduit in from the pole across the road to the shack for when hydro does come here. Like I said, I wasn't talking to Don today about the project, and I didn't go talk to them guys.
Okay.
we'll go into the next report.
Yep, number 3.
So here's a recommendation from the Community Economic Development Manager to the council accept the following 3 change orders from RML in the amount of $8,933.03, excluding HST, to change out the water drainage system for the splash pad water storage cabinet and require supporting masonry material for the downtown branding sign. Both of these things are change orders are tied into actually water and water freezing over winter. Part of the old plan to do this drainage basin there that they were trying to do. Part of the concern was that it was going over our water lines and would expose it to colder temperatures. So we want to go the route where we just hook everything up to the plumbing. And the other change order here, they believe that the specifications for the sign we were putting in wouldn't last very long in terms of any frost heaving, so they wanted to put in a thicker base and some masonry to provide better support for that sign. Altogether, our contingency would remain at $104,858.23. So we still have a substantial contingency to work with.
That was recommended by an engineer that we do that, which is probably something we need to go with. That listen to the engineers, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to Red about that today, but he wasn't in, so. Good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 4, recreation program report, Parks Canada lease agreement.
So a recommendation from the recreation programmer that council approves the signing of this lease with Parks Canada. This is something that they come here and do every year. There's just no formal agreement in place. They just kind of just go on the beach and start doing their programs. I know Danny brought up some concern with the area that they had designated,
Yes.
and we'll make sure that they correct it.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, well, I mean, I shared the survey map that I have, and it's, I'm wondering where they got their information, but didn't look the same as the one I had, so that's why I brought it up. So that will be changed.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we approve the signing then. Okay. Number 5, recreation program report in the arena concession.
We put out the tender and we didn't get any responses. It's it's not the first time we've been in heading down this rodeo, but there are some challenges when it comes to people taking on the concession. Right, there's a lot of what do you say, volatility with how the provincial regulations and all work, and I can imagine if someone wants to do that business. Part of it, just hearing from our past concession operators, was they have to get insurance for a whole year, right? And if there's any chance that anything may get disrupted, they don't want to necessarily even take that risk. So I can't fairly say that was, a particular reason or what else, but we put up the tender and didn't get any responses this time. That being said, we've been down this route before where there was nothing, and we were approached by a party to run it at a later point, and we worked a deal out. So
Could happen again.
if anyone is interested, definitely reach out to us.
You're not, he's got no intention of putting it out again.
We could put it out again if that's what if you want to try second time, or we could wait and see if anyone contacts us. They're interested. How we work with that out is we would just start negotiating with them.
Yeah, we could do that, I guess. If
Yeah.
nobody comes forward by the last, well, we'll have another council meeting before the ice is supposed to be in on November 1st, so we'll have another council meeting before then. If we decide we can want to tender it again, then we'll do a quick tender.
Sure.
Okay. Number 6, bylaw enforcement report. Just ongoing. Number 7, occupational health and safety committee minutes. Hearing nothing. Number 8, Schreiber Senior Center Committee meeting minutes.
Okay, I can speak to that, or just go through some of the highlights here. Again, bingo is ongoing. I believe I talked about the virtual garden interviews last meeting, but there is a video at the Schreiber Media Center that shows that tour. So if anybody's interested, it's a short video, maybe 20 minutes long. I looked at it; it's pretty interesting. Barbecue season is over now. The last barbecue was October 7th. I think it was a success this year. Pretty good response, especially during the COVID situation. So it's something with that success. It'll probably be a thing that we'll do every year. The bocce ball tournament. We learned a few things from the tournament. It was successful, but we did learn from a few of the glitches that we had, and they'll be fixed for the next bocce ball tournament. And the activities that we will be resuming some of the activities in the municipal complex this week or next week. Pickleball will start up, and also floor curling. And we also have pool going on, and quilting is going on. So slowly but surely we're opening up, and hopefully we continue down that path. And that's about it for that. Any questions?
No, doing good.
And one last thing, that the membership drive will be in November, so that'll be going on next month. So promoting the membership.
No, doing really good, so.
Yeah, especially having right now over 300 members and climbing, so that's excellent for our community.
Okay, we'll move on to the Recreation and Festivals Committee report.
Okay, let me speak to that one as well. The geocaching project we started last month. We did run into a snag that the site we're using considers the municipality, well, I mean, it considers us a corporation and won't allow the business to post through them. So we're trying to work through the library, partner with the library, and I think that has been done in the past and work it that way. The outdoor movie, we did have a pretty good discussion on why the big screen wouldn't work. I think we brought this up at the last meeting. There were some questions on why it wouldn't work outside, but I think it's just the temperature fluctuations causes it to deflate. And the other part of it is it has to be on some kind of a platform is the other thing. And the last thing, it has to be tied down in a windy situation. It works well indoors, but
Yeah.
outdoors not as well. So the Heritage Day, there is a tentative schedule created, and I was looking at it the other day. It's been uploaded to Google Sheets, so all the members can take a look at it. Right now, it's pretty full, and there's other stuff that's going to be coming up. And the post was made to Facebook asking for to invite any group, organization, or individual that may be planning an event during Heritage Days to provide the committee with the details of the event and contact information. And we're also planning to have a National Day of Truth and Reconciliation event during Heritage Days. We will be reaching out to our First Nations neighbor to the west, Base Platte, and asking if they would like to get involved. Another suggestion was to hang banners to advertise our Heritage Days in our community. And we've also sent out a letter, or a letter will be sent out to township committees asking if they would like to partner for an event during Heritage Days. And the last thing was Science North Ontario Roadshow. Science North contacted the township. They had a brief meeting. They want to schedule an event sometime in the spring. Science North out of Sudbury. That's where that group comes from, and so we'll have more information on that in the future. That's it for that.
Okay. And number 10, the Director of Operations report for propane.
And a recommendation from the Director of Operations that council enter into a contract with Superior Propane for the fixed price of 0.7363 cents per liter, excluding taxes, for a contracted volume of 109,277 liters, for a total of approximately 80,460 and 65 cents, excluding taxes, for the propane, plus an annual tank rental fee of $1,250, for a total of 81,710 and 65 cents plus tax. This contract will be from December 1st, 2021 to November 30th, 2022.
What was our price last year? Do you know what our contract price was for last year? I know it went up quite a bit.
I
I believe it was 65 cents.
60 something in the 60s.
65 cents last year.
Yeah.
Is it higher because of the will not let a tank go below 50%,
It's a good question, Fred.
right? Like, because that means more deliveries. That means they're moving their trucks a lot more.
Well, you said something to that.
It says it.
There's something to that effect.
I forget where it was.
Yeah, that's the plan we're under, so, yeah, I would agree with you that it's gonna be
I didn't
more
realize that was
deliveries.
part of it, yeah. Okay.
And that's something new.
I
Sure.
think that, I don't think we've ever had that as in the deal.
Yeah, that's, I
That would
guess
be
that's,
new.
I guess that's some kind of a safety measure, but
The thing is, with this current price, right, they're saying they can hold it until October 13th. So basically tomorrow would be.
And now, I'm seeing the original document giving you a 24-month term. We don't want to try to enter into that, or is that not an option? They decided not to offer that to us.
Yeah, part of it also had to deal with, we were trying to strategically align this with the LNG project because we would convert over. So if we had a multi-year contract for propane and
Yeah.
if LNG becomes a reality here, we'd want to switch to LNG.
Okay.
So how many trucks would it take to fill up all these tanks? To do it with one truck? Like just for delivery? If they're charging delivery, that's for, is that based on volume or is that just based on, if they come here and fill up all the tanks with one truck? So there's one delivery charge, is that how that works?
These are getting good questions. I
You're gonna be here
really
every
have to
day.
have read.
What's that?
They're gonna be here every day to keep
Well,
it
that's-
above 50%.
Yeah, if they're doing every, you know, a set of tanks here and a set of tanks there. and
That's
like the
normally
next
what
day,
they do, I think,
And they're charging delivery every time. That adds up in a hurry.
because I think they hit the residents when they come for like a big order for the town, I think is what I was told.
It says at the end, there will be no fees for hazardous material and no fees for transportation that will be applied to each delivery for the duration of the agreement.
Yeah, but they had to have put it in there. But, I don't know.
It's crazy, the price of everything is just skyrocketing.
Well, that,
But hopefully we won't come close to that figure.
yeah. All right.
Okay, we'll move on to question period.
There's no questions?
No questions? Oh, go right into communications. The only one I see is support the resolution would be number one. I think we have on the other ones.
We did that.
Oh, we did the one, number 1, 2, all
We did
done?
an affordable.
Okay,
yeah.
Within the last year, was it?
Yeah, I
Just,
think,
just
Last
lately.
couple months.
yeah, I think it was a couple months
Was
ago.
it?
I didn't forget that then.
And the 988, we supported that one.
I think we're good then. Unfinished business, Superior North EMS update.
So, myself, Mayor Mullins and Councillor McGrath were met last Tuesday, October 5th, in person for a presentation by EMS Chief Wayne Gates, General Manager Karen Lewis, and the consultants who were looking into, again, the SNEMS master plan. Terrace Bay, Phase Plat, and McCuzen Hospital were also present. And this allowed an open consultation with an opportunity for all parties to ask questions. However, no decision regarding the consolidation has been made yet. Also, no path forward has been provided, so I'll be reaching out to Chief Wayne Gates for more information on that. Hopefully we'll hear soon. Again, we don't know if there's going to be another round of consultation. We don't know if they're going to stick with the consultant's recommendation to consolidate the stations. We don't know if they're going to find some sort of other solution. There's still a lot that's unclear, so what we're hoping to find next is where exactly and how they want to proceed, and we will base our response based on that.
So this little timeline chart in these documents doesn't really mean anything.
That's what
I know.
I asked them. Like, I was like, you're gonna be choosing a location really
It says it
soon
in
by the end of the year."
2021.
And they said essentially no. That was just
Just a pretty graph they put
Yep.
together. Cool.
There's more questions than answers when we come out of the meeting.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Okay.
as soon as we find out something, I'll let everyone know.
And we have no other business. So that brings us to the end of the meeting. So resolution 268-21, moved by Councillor Stafuric, seconded by Councillor McGrath. That the meeting now adjourned at 7:36 p.m.